Give Me the Headlines, presented by Hyundai, is up next. We don't have a theme song here. We got to work on that.
Yeah, what's going on
here? By the way, Christopher. All right, Raiders beat the Dolphins 31-28 in overtime. Your headline is?
Let's see. I can't even remember my damn headline here. Duh. I've already talked about this with Pete, and I should have wrote these down, all right?
You should.
But Viva Las Vegas?
Yes.
Viva Las Vegas.
There's your song.
I mean, first off, start that game the way they did.
I know, right?
Pick six.
You don't win that often when you throw a pick six.
No. Pick six, then get the ball the next drive, get stopped on a 4th and short. That leads to, more points for the Miami Dolphins. They're up 14-0 early. I can't say enough about Derek Carr, his play. But to me, there was one play that changed the game. Like, they were at 14-0, and the Dolphins, I got questions about them, their offense, Jacoby Brissett, but you've given them a short field one off the 4th down, and now they got the ball backed up, right? And it's the weirdest safety I've ever seen. He looks downfield and then throws a ball to the left, and I think it was Waddle in his own end zone, and he gets tackled for a completion safety.
Yeah.
That's like really rare in NFL. I can't even think of one that ever happening, right?
Yeah.
And the game was never the same after that. Because, of course, then they kicked the field goal. Vegas went down, Vegas got the ball after that. They kicked the field goal and really controlled the game. And you thought, man, Miami has no chance of winning this game. And they just put together 2 gutsy drives in the 4th quarter and got in the end zone and sent the thing to overtime, which I was shocked about. I really was shocked.
At Hunter Rolls asks, self-scout thyself. If you were doing top 40 quarterbacks again today, Derek Carr would easily crack the top 10. Winking face. Love the pod, boys.
Thanks, man. Right now, I don't know. Let's just look at it real quick. He's definitely playing quarterback at a top 5 level in football. I was
going to say maybe higher than top 10.
Yeah, he's in the MVP conversation, right? And he's in the special list of people we've talked about today already, I think, where you go Stafford, Herbert, like you've mentioned a few times. Josh Allen. Yeah. And he was 14 for me. And Derek Carr, if I had to re-rank him right now, he certainly would be a big jump up from 14. We'll see where it goes. We really will. I don't think it's going to falter much with Derek Carr. I don't. I think he's got the offense. He's got weapons. I would be shocked if, his play really falters. Am I 100% sold on the Raiders yet as, being an AFC power? No, I don't think I am quite yet.
Hell of a September, though.
Hell of a September.
Yeah, defense is a lot better.
Yes. Play tough as hell. We saw the run game get going a little yesterday.
Real good balance of playmakers as far as catching the ball.
No doubt.
They always have guys popping up with multiple catches.
You're exactly right. There's something to watch there. Yeah. I guess it's the part I keep questioning is just, will their defense be what it's been?
Right. And it was so atrocious last year. I think it's fair to say, even though Gus Bradley's done a good job with them, it's fair to wonder, okay, nice job in September.
Yeah.
Let's see you keep it up.
Let's just see you keep it up. But there's a lot to like and respect about what they're doing. Yeah, 3 great wins, but it's also again, we're a little bit of an area right now of I'm not exactly sure what the AFC is exactly yet. I still think Kansas City's good, and we know the Chargers are good. But, Buffalo, Tennessee, 2-1. I think, okay, I know they're good.
Broncos are unbeaten.
Yeah, so there's still a lot of but the Raiders, they beat the Steelers. So the Steelers, okay, they don't look that special.
Right.
The Ravens, like we talked about, they beat them in week 1. The Ravens could be 0-3 very easily. And the Dolphins, I think, are kind of finding their way and have been offensively challenged through 3 weeks as well. So I don't mean to put a damper on the Raiders' parade. I'm saying I want to see a little bit more before I go.
A lot of figuring out to do in the AFC.
They're a top 2 or 3 team in the AFC. I'm not ready to say that yet.
The Patriots are probably better than a 1-2 team as well.
Yes, probably. Yes, yeah. It's a tough schedule so far for them.
Stay in the AFC here for the headline. Bengals beat the Steelers 24-10.
Woo! Pete, you got to help me out. Getting my ear here.
That could be the headline.
I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. There we go. Duh. I forgot. It's my best one of the day. It's time to replace the clock.
Big Ben.
Yes. Yeah. It's
that was hard
it's
to watch.
ugly.
Yeah.
It's ugly all 3 games. yesterday was the ugliest it's been by far. It's like lost feel in the pocket. Decisions are all over the place. It's like, we know the physical skills are diminishing, yes, but it's also like you don't trust him either.
Yeah.
I don't trust him. You don't know what he's going to do with the football.
What else are they going to do, though? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, Mason Rudolph.
Would you play or?
I mean, Haskins is there too, right? It sounds like Rudolph's going to get the first right.
Yeah.
To be the backup. You know my thoughts on him. I clearly think Dwayne Haskins is more talented, but I don't think they're going to go there yet with that conversation with Big Ben. But man, you get another 1 or 2 games that have looked like they have the last few weeks. They're going to have that conversation.
Remember how the victory in Buffalo felt 2 weeks ago? Such a big win going there and beating Josh Allen and the Bills.
Right.
With the kind of medal they had in the second half, man, oh man, they haven't followed up to that.
No, they haven't. And what we've seen really, again, is like week 1 and week 2, they just can't really run the ball with consistency. The pass game's all over the place. There's never, just any surgical aspect of the drop back pass game where I go, oh man, they're in a rhythm. Here you go, 6 yards, 7 yards, 10 yards, 6 yards, 2 yards, boom, boom, boom. There's never any of that. It's not good, and it's why I picked the Bengals to win the football game. The Bengals defense is good. They are good.
Doesn't get talked about a lot.
No, there's talent. They got big guys in the middle. They can rush the passer a little bit. The secondary is one of the better secondaries in football, and offensively,
yes.
They got it going a little too.
Big time.
Burrow
looked really good. Jamar Chase, 2 receiving touchdowns, became the youngest player and first 21-year-old in NFL history to have 4+ receiving touchdowns in his team's first 3 games.
Yeah. So, it's time to replace the clock, or my other headline for this game would chase your preseason headline about the Bengals out the door, because Jamar Chase is a baller.
Yeah.
He's he's a bust. It's preseason game number 2. He's a bust. Well, let's let the guy play a little in the NFL. And what you're seeing already is leave him man to man. You're rolling the dice.
Yeah.
He is trouble.
Yeah.
Because that throw by Burrow at the end of the first half is like the true thing of if he's even, he's leaving.
Yeah. He caught the bottom quarter of the ball.
Right.
You see that?
Caught the bottom quarter of the ball. When Joe threw the ball, he was like a step behind the DB.
Yeah.
And then he sees the ball, and this is what great receivers do. They have another gear when the ball's in the air, and he just goes and gets it.
Another great reminder, even though we're all excited when football comes back in August for camp and preseason games, the number 1 storylines in Cincinnati, Joe Burrow's uneasy in the pocket. He's afraid to step into a throw, and Jamar Chase can't catch.
Yes.
Now look where we are.
They've crushed that. Out the door. I mean, yes, we've seen big plays from Chase in all 3 games so far.
Take it easy in August.
That's right.
All right, Vikings beat the Seahawks 30-17. What do you got?
Feast or famine.
Mm-hmm.
Feast or famine.
With which side?
With Seattle. This is what they are. I've tried to say this a little bit last week. I don't know if it was to you on Monday or Wednesday, this is my... If Seattle can't overwhelm you early on with we got a few game plan plays on offense and just our emotions and our intensity and a few little different things on defense early in the game, if we just can't overwhelm you right there, man, we're going to hit a wall at some point and you'll be able to come back. And it's just that's what they are right now. It's big plays or nothing on offense. It's big plays or nothing on defense.
And thinking of that defense, at Vikes 9090, Chris asked a good question. Self-scout thyself, the Seattle scheme. I know you've been talking for years about how basic it is and teams are tearing it up.
Right.
How did the Seattle scheme dominate for so long? Who created a way to attack it? Or how did Seattle's scheme that dominated for so long basically get beat up by the Vikings yesterday?
Yeah, well, okay, so here's the first thing. Any great scheme finally gets, blown up to a degree. The Bear defense with Buddy Ryan and the 85 Bears. Yeah, that was cool for like 2 or 3 years. But then Joe Montana and Bill Walsh showed a few ways how to beat it, and all of a sudden it was like, whoa, this is how you do it. Dan Marino beat it. And, you start to see teams find a few things that are expose it, and then everybody starts to copy it and find different ways to do those things.
And 5 years ago, 6 years ago, they had awesome players.
Oh, that's the other thing too. It's you can run the Seattle scheme back then too when you have the most talented defense in football.
Yeah,
and it was still a scheme that was cutting edge. Let's go to Tampa 2 in Miami. I mean, in Tampa. I mean, it was the same thing. Yeah, Tampa 2, cool scheme, incredible talent. Right down there with that Buccaneers defense and Tony Dungy. And it was a little bit of like, whoa, how do we attack this? Slowly but surely, people started to build inventory and how to attack Tampa 2, to the point where at my end of my career in Tampa in 2005, we couldn't even play the defense anymore. It got carved up. It was like that's where the Seattle scheme started, right there. Because Gus Bradley was down there with us, and he started to play more cover 3. They started to go Tampa 2. Everybody's got 25 plays to just gash us.
They spent the whole offseason doing it.
A whole offseason. Yeah. And a few defenses have copied us now.
Yep.
So you find that. And so there's that aspect. But here's the other thing to our listener and the question. They don't really run Seattle scheme a whole lot there anymore. They don't. They try to do bear fronts, 3-4 fronts. They're doing different things on the back end. The bottom line is they're not good enough in Seattle. There's just the talent is not good enough. This is where I was, it's a lot of good, but there's no great. They have to blitz to get pressure. Their front four is not going to get it. They have to get pressure to cover because they can't cover in the back end. That's a bad combo.
Yeah.
And you're seeing they're getting gashed. Huge plays. Same thing with the run game. They're not good enough up front to just say, wait, we'll play a basic defense and we can stop your running. They got to go back and watch the game. The last 2 weeks, how many plays are 8 and 9 people at the line of scrimmage? And 8 or 9 people, they should stop the run, and there's a huge cutback lane because they're over-aggressive or undisciplined, or the bootleg play action game. But, yeah, Minnesota, after getting down 17-7, they whooped that ass from there on out.
Kirk Cousins, 30 out of 38, Chris. He heads into October, almost 75% completions. Hasn't thrown a pick yet.
He's amazing. I mean, he really is. I mean, he's not like ever going to make you just go, oh, wow, oh, my gosh, what an unreal play. That's one of the highlights of the year. No, it's not. But if you just give him, a little of a system, he's going to make sure everything's right every play. And if people are open, he is going to hit it. Mm-hmm. And he's even if they're not open, if they're open by a hair, he's got incredible confidence in his ability to throw the ball into those windows too, and just go, I'm going to let it rip. I throw the ball good. Yeah, it's not going to be a laser like Justin Herbert or Josh Allen, but it's still going to be damn good. And what I'm amazed about them is just how simple the formula is, and it just works every week. The run game is special. They always have a few little wrinkles in the run game to keep you off their base stuff. So Clint Kubiak, great job there. I mean, really. And then the ability to just feed Jefferson and Thielen every week. You just go,
I know,
that's
right?
The only two guys they throw to, and they're open all game long.
Kind of backing up to our initial theme where we started out with. I mean, quarterback with their favorite targets.
Yes.
Working time and time again.
Again.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a team 1-2 could be 3-0 in a lot of ways. Yeah. Certainly 2-1, and I'm not counting them out yet just by the way they look. The Zimmer, once he got a feel for what the Seahawks were trying to do to him and his defense on that side of the ball, they slowed that attack down in a hurry.
Final one. Your old team here, or the old team in your family. Yeah. Falcons beat the Giants 17-14, another game offensively that was tough to watch. And Eli Manning had his
that's the headline.
Name was put in the Ring of Honor with his number and all that.
Right. Sorry, Eli, is all I could say. Sorry, Eli. Damn, that hurt me yesterday.
Which part of it? This is the offense struggling so much?
Yeah, just and the ass whooping they put on the Falcons in the first half. I mean, an ass whooping. The Falcons couldn't do anything. And then there we go, going into halftime, and we're losing 7-6. I'm saying I'm a Giants fan, period. I mean, that's what I do. So that does, it hurts me. But, yeah, I think it's inability to get in the end zone when you get down there. We've seen that 2 out of the 3 games, whether this Atlanta game or week 1 against Denver.
And then defensively.
Just blundered, a few mistakes here and there.
Yeah.
And, defense maybe not being able to make that play to go, wait, okay, offense, you don't have to do it. Defense will make the play this week to kind of put the nail in the coffin or help us win this game. You know, they do a lot of good things on defense, but yeah, as we've talked about a little bit, the NFL is a lot about plays. It's hard to just go, we're to play sound football, and we'll play sound all game, and we'll win the game soundly. No, you won't. No, you won't. Because we've seen too many games here today we've talked about where we go, one team was sound and didn't totally capitalize,
right,
and they end up losing because the other team finally found a groove and made some plays, and you go, oh, we were winning for more than half the game and kind of controlling it, and now we're going to lose.
Are you thinking of losing? Are you losing confidence in Joe Judge?
No, I'm not. I'm not losing confidence in Joe Judge. I don't know what my overall thought of them is. You know, to trying to process this on the fly here. You know, they got screwed in week 2. They should have won that game against Washington on Thursday night. And that's what happens. You blow an opportunity to win a football game, and now here you are in another game where, yeah, it's a nail biter, and you don't make the play or two to come through. I don't know. Like, I look at it like this. I just go, I don't look at their games and go, man, they're out-coached or they're doing stupid stuff or the game plan's not correct. You know, it just seems to be, you know, the inability to make that big play, or when there's a gotta-have-it moment, they just don't seem to make it.
You talked about when we started out the difference in the league being this much. And
right.
They've really just, for lack of a better way of putting it, they have pissed away the game the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Game they should have, especially the game yesterday.
I think so.
They basically controlled that game.
It seemed like
and didn't have the points to show for it.
I know.
Matt Ryan got the ball back, made a couple of throws to open guys, and that was it.
That was it. That's how it felt. You know, and I got to go back and watch maybe to look, is there certain things they did wrong or whatever. But I'm just watching the game. I really expected to, like how we saw it early. Like, I just thought, okay, it'll be, instead of 6-0, it'll be 10-0. And then it'll be like 13-3. And then it'll be maybe, 16-6.
Yeah.
And they would just slowly wear down Atlanta. But they never made those plays or put them in a spot to do it, to speak for it. Exactly right.
Classic example. How many coaches have you heard say, if you let them hang around?
Yeah, you let them hang around. And it's Matt Ryan. He's got, Pitts and Calvin Ridley, got a few playmakers. And all of a sudden you go, shit. Yep. What's his name dropping the interception in the end zone?
Oh, my gosh,
Adoree Jackson, 14-7. I mean, right in his chest. Like, that's what I mean. I got to have moments for 2 weeks in a row. They just haven't been able to kind of make that play.
That was Give Me the Headlines presented by Hyundai. And there's a show.
There's a show. Is that it? That's all?
Is that it? We had the victory lap. We had the damn okay. We did
it all. No, we hit it all.
Touched every game.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.